This is the brand new high chart for Power BI. Simply get the visual from the App Store and in a project, click it to insert it on a page. The rest is being shown by the welcome screen. At first we need to assign some data. I select sales as a measure, month names as columns, and scenarios like actual, plan, and forecast for the rows. If some displayable data is assigned, a chart suggestion is automatically displayed. In this case, we have a grouped column chart, and as well we can select a single column chart and a table, but it depends on the assigned data. In this case, we see that our actual data ends in June and is empty up from July. Switching back to the grouped column chart, we see that actual data will be supplemented by forecast from July automatically. Of course, this supplement can be controlled in the settings afterwards. Clicking Done leads us to the standard screen. Here we can go on editing by expanding the sidebar and, in this case, dragging onto the chart a variance chart. And if you don't want this as a waterfall, you can click it and switch it to a normal column chart. I can as well add a percentage variance, and now we are finished for the first time. Additional, I want to add the organizations in a way where I want to see one chart for each organization. I simply drag my organization column on the chart multiplier field, and that's it. We automatically get a multiplied chart with one chart for each organization. On the next page, I want to show a hierarchical structure. That occurs if you show P&Ls or EBIT structures or anything in this direction. Again, I insert the high chart visual on the page, and what we now have in our data model is a position hierarchy with some hierarchy levels. I add the hierarchy levels until 9 and unselect some levels in the beginning so that we only have level 6 until 9. I want them in the rows, and for the columns I select again scenarios, and as a measure I select the value. Now we see that we have a hierarchical table, and again we have some different chart recommendations. For example, we can show it as a waterfall or other types, but for the first time we remain at the table. Clicking Done leads us to the standard screen. Here we can again expand the sidebar and add a variance chart again. In a hierarchical structure, this becomes a waterfall automatically, and it can, of course, be edited as a normal variance chart or back to waterfall. And with the items, I can as well add a percentage chart. The whole chart is a table type, but can be switched again into a waterfall or back to a table. Inside of a table, I can also select one column and switch the column to a chart column, and this to waterfall or not. But for now, we go back to the table column.